Wow, the results are actually fascinating. I didn't know that so many of you consider me conservative, 35%. Interesting. But still, the majority of people realize that having nuanced opinions does not make you a part of one box. Yeah, this box thinking is mostly the Western type of thinking, especially the American type of thinking. And I was also asking myself, well, maybe I am, and then I check like the chart of the beliefs, like liberals and conservatives, and to me, I'm more like in the center. I've always had more liberal values actually, but it always depends where you come from. Yeah, where it makes sense to be liberal or conservative. I don't think that we are supposed to vote for someone just because they're liberal or just because they're conservative. It's all about what they're gonna do. It's all about the general benefits for the population of the country. But I've never really been into politics. Just all of a sudden, some issues became quite important. And when I say that I've always been on the liberal side, what I mean is that I'm against discrimination, I'm against oppression, and I'm pro freedom of expression. And imagine that I'm coming from a country where women don't really have much rights. We don't even have domestic violence law. So beating your wife is not a crime in Russia. Men there feel like they can do whatever they want. They're raised with the feeling that a woman is a property. A woman is someone who is supposed to work a lot, take good care of herself, yeah, to look always like 20 years old, 50 kilograms, no more than that. She never ages. She takes care of the whole family, yeah, of the children, because fathers don't really participate in raising kids. But at the same time, I don't want to victimize women. I want women to also take responsibility for the things that are happening. I don't want women to see themselves as like, oh, I'm just a victim of oppression. Yes, maybe you are. And there are like lots of cultures around the world that oppress women, but women have to understand that if you see yourself as a victim, you take away your power. And now just imagine that always been pro-women, the types of things that come in from the liberal side, it feels like betrayal because they prioritize sick men over women. Their rights and their feelings are more important just as soon as they claim that they are women, and they don't even try to pass as women, because all of a sudden, yeah, like the way you feel determines who you are. No, it does not. Another thing I disagree with is that trashing white people is not the way to fight racism. And all of a sudden that's bigotry and racism. But again, these are all American problems. These are not my problems. They don't really affect me, just online. But why I'm concerned about it, yeah, because America affects the whole world, basically. So answering this question, I don't consider myself either liberal or conservative. I'm somewhere in between. I'm more like a centrist, I guess. Or maybe like a libertarian. I'm not even sure. I don't really care how it's gonna be named. It's not about that. The most typical conservative person would call me liberal, probably, yeah, because I talk about kinks, because I talk about female sexuality and freedom of choice. I speak about submissive men, I bash religion, I'm actually pro-choice, and I show my half-naked body online. How is that for a conservative? For liberals, though, on the leftist end, I'm gonna be a conservative, because none of these people who are placed on the extremes have the sense of discernment. It's very easy for them to put someone into a box, yet to put a label on their forehead. Why is my finger dirty? For feminists, I would be not a feminist enough. For conservative women, I would be too much of a feminist. In Russia, I would be liberal. In America, I would be conservative. You understand that all these things, they are circumstantial. I dislike communist ideas, yeah, because I come from Russia. I know what was happening. And for example, in Russia, when the revolution happened, yeah, at first 1905 and then 1917, it's also based on people's pains. Any kind of revolution happens, even if it's like, you can say that it's paid by some other government, maybe it's organized. It always happens because it targets people's miseries, people's pains, yeah, some kind of injustice, and that's understandable. So I don't really recommend you to call me conservative, because what you actually do is you make conservatives look good. So does it mean that conservatives are the people who have the sense of discernment? Some people who think? Because that's who I am. Okay, bye-bye.